Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq. Not only is blockchain here to stay, but it's going mainstream and it's happening right now. Joining me to discuss is Link Green. He's the operations manager at Desk Token, part of the CoinDesk family. Link, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here.
How do you envision blockchain growing and being used not just in finance, but everywhere?
Blockchain is going to be an interwoven and integral part of our lives. We're going to use it from everywhere, from schools to our jobs. Even our vehicles are going to be communicating with the blockchain. So this is definitely something we should be educating ourselves on as quickly and as efficiently as possible.
At Consensus by CoinDesk in Austin, Texas, just this past June, you had the official launch of Desk. What is a social token, as Desk is a social token?
That is correct. So CoinDesk has launched its social token. It actually launched it in beta last year, but we had the first ever in real life activation of a social token at Consensus 2022 this year. And basically what a social token is, it's what companies, marketing firms have been trying to figure out for years, right? It's how to reward your customers, your community, for helping your community to grow. So basically what social tokens allow is for people to be rewarded with this concept of social finance for their contributions. So with this advent in blockchain technology and Web3, 1 million followers can now pretty much equal $1 million as far as your influence within these close communities.
So is this an actual finance token where it moves up and down in value, like Bitcoin, or as an example, or is this more of a function of building community, unlocking exclusive experiences? Yes. It's more of an immersive token.
Yeah, it's more of an immersive token. It's more like with the concept of non-fungible tokens and community empowerment. This is just a fractionalized one, but it is not, our token, Desk Token, is not a security. It is not, tied to any financial value at all.
Right, which is a great segue to my next question, because we're seeing this a lot. How do you see blockchain revolutionizing the gaming industry, which is 100% community-based?
Oh, yes. So we have these major games coming out to compete with the main blockchain games, right? The Axie Infinities and games like that, who are have historically been booming in the space. But now we have games like Undead Blocks, who are really rewarding their community with these social tokens, right? Some of them, they have two tokens. One is an actual cryptocurrency that is tied to, it's actually pegged to the dollar. But then they have an actual token that they reward their community members with. So the more that you play, the more things that you acquire, the more influence that you have within these guilds, the more that you can earn these tokens. And that actually brings you up or allows you to rank up in this system, as opposed to, our traditional way of playing, where we play the game, we rank up, but we don't get anything from that. We don't get any real power from that. Now with blockchain gaming and social tokens, you're actually rewarded for playing that game and you're empowered through that game.
And I also saw in your notes that you think Web3 has the potential to train and help disabled veterans and anyone with disabilities. How do you envision that happening?
Well, at Consensus this year, it's quite funny. These Web3 companies knew that there would be an influx of individuals all consolidated in one space who understood Web3. And, smartly enough, they had now hiring signs everywhere. So Consensus sort of posed as, a meeting space, but also a space where these companies could find qualified candidates. And so there are many qualified candidates in the tech field. I was actually in the United States Army, and I was at Fort Gordon, where we have a lot of IT programmers that we train there. So we have several individuals who are capable of actually crossing over into the Web3 space. It's just the concept of blockchain technology. But once you get that, you're able to transfer over and actually work with us in Web3. So we need to be helping all of those veterans who have these skills, and not just in tech skills, right? We need to be putting them in this market with these companies that are looking for employees.
Yeah, Link, and we thank you for your service. And I want to learn a little bit more about your journey into blockchain. And to your point, with veterans, there always is that challenge with transitioning out of service into corporate or entrepreneurial or technology life. So I'm really glad you brought that up. It's something that we focus on at Veterans at Nasdaq. So tell us a little bit more about your journey into blockchain and how service helps set you up for that.
Oh, yes. Well, I was actually a young soldier, young father, new father and husband, and I was struggling in the military. I was in E4. I wasn't making much money with the new child. And so I actually began collecting cans to, make some extra money. That was my moonlighting gig, right? And so I was reintroduced to the concept of blockchain technology and through Bitcoin and Ethereum. And I started using it. I started making money off of it. And I actually wanted to teach others immediately. And the military gave me sort of that springboard to teach my fellow soldiers and then teach others in the community. And we moved out and actually began teaching. And that is how I started consulting in about 2014 in blockchain technology exclusively.
Yeah, that's an incredible story to end on a Friday. Link, thank you so much for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.